Hello everyone, I am BPD and welcome back to some Minecraft Undiscovered. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing pretty well myself, of course. So there was no episode yesterday and I want to apologize about that. I got a little caught up in stuff during the day, and then when I got onto Places Minecraft, I actually went into a creative world to do testing and I got lost in there. It started with the draconic reactor testing, and then I started doing, messing with other blocks. I messed with the atomic multiplier or whatever it's called, the duping item, and found some things about that, and did testing for some other things. And it's just like I spent way too much time in there, and before I knew it I didn't actually have time to record. So I got a little lost and a little sidetracked in a creative world. It can be easy though sometimes with everything just at your disposal. It's just you can do so many. Anyway, I won't apologize. It's the moral of the story about that. But I did get a lot of good information for today, and the stuff that we're going to be doing, so that's good. Shouldn't be very derpy is basically one of the good things that's going to come out from that. One thing I did do, as I was prepping for the episode, is I changed our ducks here to these cryo-stabilized flux ducts, and the reason I did that is because they have no transfer limit, right? Transfer is infinite RF per tick, and the mechanism ones, these ones right here, they have these ones, right? Yeah, 128,000 RF per tick. So in my creative world, when I was doing, because like I said, I did reactor testing, if you leave the universal cables on there, your reactor will blow up because they can't transfer enough power to keep everything like stabilized, I guess. Like you need to have a certain amount of power going into your energy injector, or it may be your energy injector going into something. You need to have a certain amount of power going into your reactor to keep the like force field contained, right? And you can't get that amount of power transfer with universal cable. So I had to get the infinite power transfer cables. So that's what I did here. It was pretty easy to get them, to be completely honest. Just took electrum and hardened glass and the resonant flux ducts, which was pretty easy, and then just some gelid cryothium, which of course is easy enough to get with the cryothium dust. So it wasn't too difficult, but it's definitely something I want to do. We're probably still not going to be turning the reactor on today. Well, maybe we will, I'm not sure, but we probably won't. But I wanted to do this before I forgot, and also to let you guys know, if you copied my reactor setup and you use the universal cables, change that as soon as you possibly can. And if reactor blew as a result of you using my build with the universal cables, I apologize, and I hope that didn't happen to you. But yeah, use these universal cables. It really is very, very, very important, or else you'll destroy everything. All right, glad we got that out of the way. So what are we doing today? Today, we're actually going to be getting into mechanism stuff. We're going to be doing some mechanism stuff, and I have my Dealy McBob here, my crafting table, basically just a portable chest. Actually, no, before we get into that, there is something I want to mention. I almost forgot. So I have in here a chest full of all kinds of things, okay? Now, these things are relatively expensive things, obviously. And I also, actually, let me take these two out here, this and this, okay? So these items here are used to craft these two items here, right? But unfortunately, as you will see here in this crafting table, the recipe does not work. I can't, and I don't know if that's because it's blocked, or what the situation is with it. I'm pretty sure it's not, because I think this is a quest. Not 100% sure, but I think it is. So, but that one doesn't work. And then you also had the recipe for the atomic multiplier, which does not work. So that's kind of an issue. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not that much of an issue. I went ahead and I just gave myself the crystallizer and the atomic multiplier, of course, and I'm going to go ahead and bin all of the parts. You saw me put them into the crafting table. You see that the recipes are accurate, and that is all the stuff used to craft these two items. I went ahead and made them, of course, and I'm just going to replace. There, we crafted it. It's the moral of the story here. This is essentially our crafting, because that recipe doesn't work. Like I said, I don't know if it's an issue. I'm pretty sure those items are not blocked because you need them, right? Mastery of mech. Yeah, atomic multiplier right here. So there's no way that that would be blocked, right? But I wasn't able to craft it. All right. So now I got that out of the way. We're going to be using this today for sure. I don't know if we're going to be dealing with this though. So I'm going to put that in there, and then we're going to go in here. The first thing we want to do is actually take all of these guys out, and we are going to be doing what used to be called salination plants, but now they're called thermal evaporation plants or something like that. And actually, I think that can stay here as well. Okay, yeah, they're called like thermal evaporation plants. So what we're gonna do, they're still kind of the same as salination plants in the sense that they work better in the desert. So we're gonna go ahead and head to a desert. Yes, thermal plants. I have it right there. So let's go. All right, we got ourselves a nice desert out here, nice little village right here that we're going to destroy with our salination plants. Okay, so we're just going to build them pretty much anywhere. I'm not really too awfully worried about this. The only thing that matters, of course, is that they stay within a single chunk, because everything should always stay within a single chunk. That's the way life works. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they're each going to be 4 by 4. I don't know how tall they're going to be, but I know they can be up to 18 tall. And I don't think the height really like how tall you make it really matters. But, well, never mind. I shouldn't say that. How tall you make it matters. Every, one up in height you go, it can get 100 degrees hotter. But from what I read, you don't need to have them above ground. Like, I could do these below ground, and it wouldn't affect them at all, right? Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm making, just because you would do that for aesthetics, and I don't really care about aesthetics because this isn't at our base, so it doesn't really matter. But we're going to need a bunch of valves, so we need 2 of these for heating. We're going to need 2 of these to put in water. We're going to need 1 of these to come out to take the brine, okay? Because one of them is going to make brine, and then the other one's going to make what's called lithium, right? Nope, that is incorrect. So this is also going to need 2 heat. This is going to need 1 input, and then it's going to need 1 output. This one doesn't need water because it's going to be using brine, right? Okay, awesome. So now we just have to build these guys up. We need to take 1 of you out and put 1 of you guys in. There you go. Yep, particles shows you did it correctly. Wonderful. And then you go there. Okay, so we have those. Now we just need to take these 2 guys right here. Actually, we're going to turn them. We're going to turn them like so. 1 and 2. And then do the same thing over here. And this is going to produce the heat that we are going to need inside these salination plants, or thermal evaporation plants as they're called now. And now we just need to give them power. So cables, there we go. You are in here. Jeez, could not navigate that correctly. Oh, I don't have, oh, ultimate universal cable, that's fine. So these are going to go in here like this. These are going to go like this. Over, 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 over. Okay, and we will have this guy. Let me actually, can I like not set it? I can't unset it. Okay, well that's fine. These guys will just get power. Whatever. That's fine. So those are working. Now I have some ultimate thermodynamic conductors, and these are heat transferring pipes from mechanism. So these are just going to go like so. Wonderful. And like so. Fantastic. Now you should be producing brine. Whoa. Oh, that's right. You can't click these on any surface. You actually have to click them at the computer thing up here, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so we got brine. It's producing relatively quickly. We're overproducing in the water department, which is good. That's very, very good. Okay, now there's only one more step that we're going to need to make here. Let's go into our bag. We're going to get a hardened fluid duct and a servo. Actually, 2 more hardened fluid ducts, 2 more servos. Okay, we're going to need actually 1 more hardened fluid duct. Oh, man. That's good. Alright, so 1, 2. You guys go there, like so. And you go there. You can do that. Okay. Oh, of course. I hate that you can't just click on the structure anywhere. That's that's actually going to bother me. And I have 2 more ender tanks here set to all yellow, as you can see, like so. And they are going to, or it is going to contain our lithium, right? So there we go. And we have lithium in our tank there, right? Yes, a very, 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 very small amount. Wonderful. So that's done here. Oh, last thing that we need to do is plant ourselves a fanciful little chunk loader. Boop. There we go. Nice and loaded in between, when we have to come out here. We should never have to come out here again. This should be self-sustaining. Power is going in. These aren't, doing too bad. They can't take upgrades, so that's good, I guess. But things are going along. Things are going along. Let me check how their heat's going. You're up to, yep, you're going up. Fantastic. And are you going up? Fantastic. That's what I like to see. Wonderful. Now we just got to head back to base and get part 2 of this setup kind of going. So back to base we go. All right, we got our lithium going. Now we just got to set up the way we're going to kind of process it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab, we're going to need some power cables. But I don't think, you know what, for the sake of semi-uniformity, because it's still not going to be 100% uniform, we'll go ahead and use these guys. And, geez, so many different bags. All the different bags. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do that just because, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's looking at me. Alright, so we need to put this here. I've never used a rotary condensator before, but I'm pretty sure we do this. Fluids go in from the left side and come out from the right side, right? Okay, so toggle operation. Okay, hang on. Lithium. How do we need regular lithium. And it's from decondensating rather. What a word. Decondensating liquid lithium. Okay, which we're currently getting from what's-its. So we need to do this. Okay, and then I guess we can test. Oh, is that working? Empty, empty. What? That is not what I expected to happen at all. Why are both sides empty? Okay. Oh, it has power, but both of its, okay, so maybe liquids can only go in from the right. Perhaps. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, so we do have liquid lithium being decondensated. Okay, wonderful. So unfortunately though, I do need to do something then. So our chemical crystallizer is going to go here then. Okay. And then let's see. Side config items, we don't want gases. Oh, gases can only come in from the left side. That is so annoying. Okay, can we turn you? Yes. Wonderful. Okay, so now, well, if we can turn you. Okay. Alright, let's get this right. So let's put this guy here. Okay. And then the big hole was the gases. Okay, right? Condensating. We need to decondensate. Geez, the words. And then we can put this guy here. And it is taking the lithium and turning it into regular lithium, I believe. Okay, good. Fantastic. That's what we're looking for here. So everything is going as planned. I just need to make sure this is working correctly. Okay, liquid lithium into regular lithium into lithium dust. Fantastic. That's what we were going for. We need this lithium dust. Wonderful. Okay, so that was a little bit, that might have been a little bit rough, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Just basically kind of trying to figure out mechanism machines with all their side pickiness and whatnot. But we got it. Okay, so we can turn that on to go full throttle. Everything into there to make us the lithium dust. Now, what are we going to be doing with this lithium dust? The reason I've been waiting to use the reactor, of course, what we're going to be doing with this lithium dust is we are going to be making a mechanism energy storage kind of setup, right? So what we need to do is we actually need to run over here, grab, go into our patterns, and we need to make all kinds of induction stuff. Okay, so induction, we need some induction casings. Okay, well, we have the recipe for this. It should just work, I thought. Okay, am I crazy? Do we not? No, we do. Okay, fine. Be like that. Be like that. Okay, so casings, we need the ports. Okay, go ahead and do this. There we go. That gets us 4 casings. Okay, Go into our assembler. Hopefully it's not going to be picky the whole time. Okay, then we need some ports. Okay, we need some of these. Ooh, okay, so let's get... Oh, it's not shift clicking anything. Okay, we need a basic energy cube. Basic energy cube. And we're also going to want to make these induction providers. We might make the advanced ones though for that. And that also takes a basic energy cube. Okay, wonderful. Nope, a little bit of a jump there. Alright, so now we need to come over here, grab some of this lithium dust. Okay. Grab some of this. 16 of it. Not bad. It doesn't seem to take a lot of the lithium dust to make one. Let's see if it... Let's see. 1600. Okay, so it takes about 100 lithium to make one lithium dust. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And we have it kind of, you know, it's going forever. Just off AFK somewhere in a self-sustaining system. That's what I like about it. You can kind of just set it and leave it alone. But now we just come over here and put lithium dust in the four corners there and a basic energy cell. So there you go. Basic induction provider. Okay, and then we also need the recipe for this. Where'd my energy cell go? Of course it's gone. We do need energy cells for this, right? Yep. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start that. And I'm just going to be going with the basic ones because look at how much power this thing holds. Look at that. That is so much power by itself. And it's a multi-block structure, so it's just going to be increased, you know, by each one we put in. All right, so we can go down here. Fantastic. That should get us everything we need to get the kind of setup. So now I just got to figure out how big I want it to be. And I think a 5x5 is good enough. So that's going to be 25, 50 plus 40, 140 casings. All right. Oh, we're going to need so much stuff. So much stuff. We'll do 140 casings. I think that's right. That's probably incorrect. And then we're going to need 25, 50. We're going to need 100 basic induction cells. No. That's going to be 3, 6, or 9, 18. We need 36 of them, and then 25. Oh, let's see, math. Got to do a little bit of math here. It's going to be a 5x5. So we're actually only going to have... So probably going to want it to be a 7x7. Okay, so if it's a 7x7, then we need 100 of these. And... Oh, I'm missing so many things. Okay. And then we're also going to need 25 of these. These are the providers. And I'm missing more things. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. I'm going to need a bunch of lithium dust and stuff like that. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll kind of AFK. Well, not AFK, of course, because I got to make other things. I'll prep the stuff that we need. You know, the Enderium ingots. Wait for a bunch of this lithium, because it's actually going to take a significant amount of it to get the things that we're looking to get here. But yeah, it's going to take some time. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I don't quite have everything for the full induction cell just yet, and I also had to change the dimensions of it a little bit, but it'll help me illustrate a point anyway for the whole induction cell thing. So I have 25 providers, 25 induction cells, and a couple ports and extra walls. Now I'm going to show you guys here. We have, this is kind of the basic setup of what it's going to be. This is what it's kind of going to look like. We're going to change it up a little bit, but like I said, this is a 7x7x5, and it's just a box, and then inside it's a hollow box, right? Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to take your induction cells and or providers and you lay them out like so in your structure. Okay, so this, and it's additive, so basically every new one of these induction cells that we're providing adds, you know, 400 million RF to the storage of this multi-block structure, right? Okay, so there's a whole row of 25 of 400. Now we're going to go and put our providers. And these make it so that you can, you know, transfer power from this thing. And each one adds 25,000 RF per tick that it can transfer when you add one of these guys right here. Okay, so we've got this all set up. We've got our providers and our induction cells there, right? So we just top it off, and then we just need a couple ins and outs. In and outs sounded weird. Ins and outs, right? So we're gonna go ahead and replace these two with ports. Okay, and we can go ahead and close this up. And once again, you see the particles there to show that it is complete. And we can look in here and we can hold 10 giga RF, 10 million RF, I guess. But you also see that these are incorrect. Both of these are set to input. So I think, don't quote me on this, but I think we can use a regular wrench on that. And no, we can't. Okay, so we have to use, I'll use what I used in the test world. I don't know if there's an easier one to use, but we need to make one of these guys right here. So this shouldn't be too difficult. How do you get a lapis rod? Okay, so lapis. Okay, so that's easy enough. Easy enough. All right, lapis. Go ahead and close that. We just need 4 of them. Wonderful. And then we can go ahead and make ourselves one of these guys. A configurator, and this is like a mechanism wrench, essentially. I think I have... Yes. Look at that. I don't have to go anywhere to charge this thing. Alright, so just throw that in there. Give it some battery life. Oh, this holds a bunch of power. Either that or it just doesn't transfer quick enough. Alright. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Wonderful. Okay, and then you just take this, shift right click here, and now that is an output. Okay, input, output. Right? Wonderful. And we can go ahead and throw, we'll just throw this on there to the input. And we can click here, and oh, this isn't getting any power, is it? Set to, we'll set all of them to output just in case. Alright, there we go. Now this is getting power. So now we're storing power in this guy. And there's another, so one thing that I wanted, like I said, it was going to help illustrate a point. You can see there's a whole layer here of empty space. And the multi-block still works. You could have that whole thing, like I could empty out this whole room, except for 2 of these blocks. One induction cell and 1 induction provider, and it would still be a multi-block structure. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to have any of the things in here, and it'll be a multi-block structure, even just the frame. So it's actually a pretty nifty deal. And when you take it apart, like when I just did right there, I've kind of taken it apart a little bit. I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna take this off real quick just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it stores the energy in it as well. Yeah, it does. So we have the RF there, and I think that's because it's stored in like these things right here. It'll tell you how much energy is stored in there. This one doesn't have 0, and I'm not going to go looking for the induction cells that have it. But I think each individual induction cell gets filled so you can kind of store your power. So I'll be able to take this down, move it somewhere else, even with putting all kinds of power in it like that. So this thing, and you don't have to click on a specific block to open the interface, which is wonderful. But yeah, this is going to be awesome. I'm really, really excited for this. I'm going to basically build up the storage here so that we can kind of keep the reactor going, 24 hours. But I just have to figure out a place to put it. But anyway, I do believe that is going to be it for us in the episode. I do believe we're out of time. But man, talk about some good progress. We got the thermal evaporation plants going. We're producing lithium. And now we have a big old battery for our energy, which is going to be imperative for the reactor. I apologize if you can hear my cat as well. That hasn't happened in a while. She's been pretty good, except for right now. But anyway, yeah, we have power energy storage, which is going to be good for the reactor. Oh, and we also got the cryo stabilized flux ducts. See, everything's coming up Millhouse or BPD. Millhouse if you watch The Simpsons. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know I definitely did. I'm really, really enjoying this end game of the pack. It's actually a lot of fun doing all this kind of different stuff. It's super, super exciting. I hope you guys are just excited about it. And I'm not even sure what we're going to be doing next. We need to get into some more creative items, I think. Oh, item duplicating is what we're going to be tackling next in the next episode. Probably. We just needed a bunch of power for it. That's why I wanted that energy bank there, so that we didn't, risk. Everything is about whether or not the reactor will blow up now. I really don't want it to. I really don't. But anyway, thank you guys once again. And until I see you again, have a good one.